Let's get to something we think is really worth your time. The Bend Bulletin is launching a year-long series focused on people experiencing homelessness in Central Oregon. It's called Faces of Homelessness, and I spoke with two of the reporters working on this series earlier today.
Thank you both so much again for joining us. We've talked a little bit about it already, but could you just first, in your own words, describe to our audience what Faces of Homelessness is going to be?
Yeah, so this is going to be a series of profiles that the Bulletin is going to be doing throughout the year. So every other week, all of our reporters in the newsroom are going to be a part of this project. Every other week, our reporters are going to share with our readers the story of somebody experiencing homelessness in Central Oregon. We're going to take a very kind of broad look at that. So there's going to be lots of different kinds of people that we'll get to meet in lots of different parts of Central Oregon. I think readers are going to see people that look like them and people that don't look like them. So the goal is to really show just an honest and full picture of who is actually experiencing homelessness here in Central Oregon.
Homelessness has always been an issue here to some extent, but it really started to pick up steam as a top of mind issue in Central Oregon, I would say about 2 years ago. I think the pandemic definitely helped exacerbate housing issues in this area where, rental prices and housing prices are already pretty high. And then we became one of those Zoom towns and, they just kept going up from there. So, I think the pandemic helped speed that along. And since then, we have just seen in the last 2 point-in-time counts this double-digit increase in the number of homeless folks in this area. I think 12 and 13%. Most people in their day-to-day lives don't interact with unhoused people. And I think when you have a community issue like this, step one of where you can start when you're trying to address it is getting people to understand each other before you can almost do anything else. There's a joint homeless plan that is being batted around the Deschutes County and the city of Bend right now as they try to open a joint homelessness office. And one of the aspects of that plan is just that very fact, is that almost nothing can move forward in this community if people can't know, understand, or empathize what is happening at its base. So, I think the act of telling individual stories is pretty foundational in community change, or at least has the potential to be.
There are as many stories about homelessness as there are homeless people, and there are as many reasons for becoming homeless as there are homeless people. And so, we'll never be able to tell every story about homelessness. But since, we've committed to do this for the entirety of the year, that gives us a really good number of these stories that we can do to show lots of different kinds of people in Central Oregon.
Okay, so you can check out Faces of Homelessness on the Bend Bulletin's website right now. They have 4 features up so far, with a new one coming out on Sunday. Just go to the bendbulletin.com/homelessness. And our hats off to them. That is an amazing undertaking. We're looking forward to reading it.